A record 1 million background checks on gun sales were completed by the FBI in the month of August alone. Those numbers show that gun owners are increasingly concerned that the Obama administration is on a mission to restrict Second Amendment rights in this country. Supporters of those rights gathered in St. Louis over this weekend to fight attempts to strip Americans of their right to keep and to bear arms. Bill Tucker with our report.
This meeting of several hundred gun owners and manufacturers and enthusiasts in St. Louis had all the passion you would expect from a group of people who believe the Second Amendment is constitutionally guaranteed.
If you support government of the people, by the people, and for the people, if you agree that the right of free speech and the right to keep and bear arms that protects it are the very foundations of our American freedom, then I call upon you to become a gun rights freedom activist.
Ask them why, and they recall the words of Attorney General Eric Holder on the need to ban assault weapons to help reduce drug violence in Mexico. They point to the president's regulatory czar, Cass Sunstein, who personally is not just opposed to hunting, but said back in 2007 it should be banned. Or they will point to the president's consistent voting record for gun control, both in the Senate and back in Illinois. Nor do these gun right enthusiasts trust the newest Supreme Court justice, who in her only ruling on gun rights said the Second Amendment could only be applied to the federal government.
There are very severe challenges to our Second Amendment rights by the federal government, by state governments, and by local governments. It is something that needs to be reinforced and reinvigorated and refocused on year to year to year. Absolutely.
The media came under fire as well from conservative media watchdogs.
The media tends to get this education standard of guns are bad, guns kill people, whereas those who have actually grown up with guns and used them in various fashions understand that they are very safe, they protect us.
If you notice here, our attendees come from all walks of life: professional people, blue-collar people, union people, men, women, people of color, and that doesn't usually get represented.
There were seminars for women and guns and calendars from the locked and loaded ladies, along with the doctors for responsible gun ownership. All of them, of course, united under the banner of securing their Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. For his part, the president does say he respects the constitutional right and promised that he will, quote, protect the rights of hunters and other law-abiding Americans to purchase, own, and transport and use guns. But gun activists remain skeptical, Lou.
Well, I mean, the Attorney General, Eric Holder, said, quote,